Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi Ramp on the play for game one. Interestingly enough, against Damian Del Nero, who they and I collaborate quite a lot. So this will be interesting to say the least. We'll pass and pass. I'm debating whether or not to go K Command or Chrysalis here. K Command can get us into potentially a Myco, but Chrysalis can get us to Ugin. So, give and take. Forest Sprawl, Stirrings. That's right, they do play Stirrings. So that's a pretty slow start from them. Talisman. Honestly, in that case, I think I can go Chrysalis. That's kind of interesting. So we can go Writhing Chris, Yield All. And then what I can do is go 1, trigger, 2 trigger, Talisman, Sprawl for green, and pass, and pass. Worst case scenario here would be a Ghost Quarter. But I think they only play 1, and I know they don't play Ice still, so we should be pretty safe here. And we're setting up for a decent K command. What say you, friend? Plays another Stirrings. Are you short on lands? If so, that's pretty huge for me, as I'm in a very good board position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a temple. Plays temple, passes. Bobble. Bobble ain't doing much here. Rumble. So I will go red, green, colorless, go green, colorless. I mean, there's Myco spawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Kind of unfortunate about the Ghost Quarter. We could just grab Ghost Quarter theoretically. We'll grab the Myco though. And unfortunately, we don't play a second Ghost Quarter main. Yield all. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go Sanctum of Ugin here. Set up for Ugin, I think. Or we can go Temple, Dig Deep. That's also a thought. I'm going to go Sanctum, though. Go to combat. Swing 4. And pass. So yeah. Talisman will resolve. Ghost Quarter, a bit unfortunate, but fine. Forest, 3 types in yard, passing, and draw. Another sprawl, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go for another. And go for green or red. I'll go for red. Do I want to fight us off right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Let's attack. Down to 9. Bobble draw. 1, 2, 3, 4 now. Close but no cigar on lethal. Next turn we have it though. What you got? Chrysalis. Yes. Yield all. Stomping Ground, tapped. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I might be able to make this work because don't have a Kindred or Instant. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We would be short on Emrakul. So in that case, I think we go end step, K command, ramp scry draw. X equals 4. There's Ice Till, there's Chrysalis, there's K return. Don't want to land because we're just going to Ghost Quarter loop. Kind of tempted the K return, honestly. Get rid of the tokens. Yeah, that is not a bad idea. In that case, I guess I have to block with 1 anyways, if not both. Yeah, we'll go to bottom, top, draw, and draw. So in that case, this is green, red. You're not dead. Close. Green, red, green. 1 trigger. So I'm just gonna sack all here. And then K return. 1, 2. Yield all. Yield all. Ice Till. Phase change. Go to combat. Swing. They're forced to block the Chrysalis. Play Ghost Quarter. Trigger, always yield. Ghost Quarter, target temple. Ghost Quarter, mill Emrakul, and target Stomping Ground. And that should be that. We'll pass. Lethal's once again on board. Temple. I suppose if you have a Maiko, you could Bajukabog, but that's still lethal on board. So that's not enough. I'll scoop it up. We'll take the win. Alright. So, how do I want to proceed here? Unholy Heat in, Ghost Quarter in, Cavern Souls out. I don't like Magus in this matchup. Like, it's okay. Vaccine Bauble is doing nothing. Grafter's Cage is doing nothing. Fade is okay-ish. At the same time, I really don't need... I guess if I were to trim anything, would it be a Rumble and a Devourer? We could bring in a couple Magus, but I really don't think it's necessary. No. Yeah. We're gonna run it back like this. It's not great, but it is workable if I can see a source off top of Devourer. But we'll mulligan down to 6. We'll keep. We'll tuck Devourer. And we're just angling for Ice still, so a green source would be good. So that way I can play Sprawl Ice Till. Reveal and pass. Lab Imprint, Talisman. Yep, looking pretty similar. Trigger. Ghost Quarter. Interesting. We could Ghost Quarter Lab, set them back. Not my favorite play, but I think it might be right here. Ghost Quarter. And pass. And pass. And draw. Unholy Heat. Not what I wanted to see. What I need to see right now is a green source. And pass. And I guess we'll hold and off chances relevant. Sprawl. For red. Yep. Land. Chrysalis. No Chrysalis. Show me a forest or forest equivalent. A. Sprawl. For double green. Ice Still. Ghost Quarter. Mill a card. And no reason I shouldn't do this now. Heat, or rather, Ghost Quarter. And pass. And pass. So worst case scenario here is a Maiko into Bajuka Bog, I suppose. GG's. I still showing why it's good. I mean, I really do think it's just a really free inclusion. I think it's great into Tron. I think it's great into the Mirror. I think it's good into Titan. It's good into Belcher. It's good into any greedy deck that does not have easy sources of removal. So I definitely think 2 Ice Tills are correct, in my personal opinion. But we'll be back for match number 2. Alright, we're back for match 2 on the play for game 1. Sure. Suppose their opponent might be on energy, so I'm looking for a K return here. Grab a talisman. Grab a talisman. Go lab. Lab imprint, pass. And pass. Flooded Strand, fetch 19 for Sacred Foundry Shock for Aether Rag. Draw, cast, Talisman, Misty Rainforest, fetch. They could be playing Blood Moon main, so let's go Forest. Rumble. Ooh, hello. Okay, return. In that case, I think I go for Devourer here, yeah? We can ramp Chrysalis and Devour if the K return. I like. And pass will block the Rag with the whatchamacallit spawn, unless they want to discharge it. So yeah, this seems pretty decent. No discharge, love to see it. I will block, thank you very much. Arena of Glory for voice. Voice is fine. Draw. Ooh, another one. I will cast Chrysalis. Yield all. Wooded Foothill and pass. Hold up the Wooded Foothill for Surveil. Of course, we can't K return, but c'est la vie. Let's say you, opponent. You more or less are needing to keep me off a 7 if you can help it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So no matter what, we have what we need for this Devourer next turn, even if you play Moon here. Bombardment, sure. So you can attack with Voice and then ping down the spawns to try and buy you time, I suppose? Sure. Interesting. Mobilize. Sack in response. But why attack with the Rag? The only explanation that I have is that you have a discharge. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fine. They'll stall the Voice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're off with Devour until we find something. Actually, I should have fetched the Wooded Foothills for a Surveil before blockers. We'll block the Rag. Show me the discharge. Really? No discharge. Fetch Surveil. I'll take that. What? Why in the fresh hell would you give me that? Alright. I mean, I'll take it. I'm just confused by it. Red, colorless, green, colorless, chrysalis. And Pump's gonna scoop it up. Alright then, chrysalis. Good card. Good card. Alright, so we're gonna want Unholy Heat, cut Cavernous Souls, trim a Rumble, and run it back. Opponent will bring in Charmal, Blood Moons, Molten Rain, so we'll just need to play around. Really, we're just playing around Charmal. We can't really play around, I guess, Charmal and Blood Moon. We can't really play around Molten Rain. So we'll just do our best around Blood Moon and Charmal. Molten Rain do be Molten Rainin'. Right. On the draw for game 2. It's okay. It is really just okay. We'll work it. We get a draw. Find some gas off of either top or Rumble. Bottom goes down to 5. The worst thing I can see here is a turn 1 Rag. Turn 1 Rag on the draw feels pretty bad. Unless I draw into a Heat. We'll pass. He has a Marsh Flats. Fetch. 19 for Sacred Foundry. Shock for... Ugh. Give me Unholy Heat. Cool. In that case, there's no real reason for me to Verdant Cat here. So we'll just play a Forest and pass. And pass. Rag attack. I guess maybe there was some world where I might want a Verdant Cat for Forest in case of a turn 2 Blood Moon. Maybe. What did you hit, by the way? Oh, K return. Draw. K command. Interesting. That is actually a bit more interesting. We could K command the guide, make a blocker for the rag, take 3 down to 15. Tempting. Yeah, because we really don't want them floating if possible, and they're going to be able to next turn. Let's do that then. Ramp, exile. They have 1 card in hand, so the more time I give myself, the better. Guide down, pass, and hold. Attack. I'll take the 3 down to 15, like I said. And block the rag. Pass. Stop pilfering my cards. Voice trigger, 1 in hand. Draw. Ice still is pretty nice. In that case, let's start by rumbling. There is a Miko spawn. I'll take the Miko spawn. I will play Verdant Catacombs. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think the Verdant Catacombs makes sense here. And pass. We'll take another 3 down to 12 unless they have something for the spawn. We'll have a blocker next turn. Though debating about playing the Mica spawn or the Ice Still. I think maybe the Ice Still might be correct to try and put more types in the yard. Mobilize. And go to blocks. We block. Down to 12. Surveil. If you surveil a Flage, I'm definitely playing the Ice Still for Bajuka Bog. Ocelot Pride. Interesting. Pain cost. Okay, well, we're definitely doing Ice Still for Bajuka Bog. Go to end step. Yep, down to 9. Down to 8. Surveil. K return to yard. So I'll be able to play Temple 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, if we get the Ice Still for 1 more turn, we have the Emrakul. I'm going to say return to yard. And draw. K command's also pretty good. Well, that's intriguing. We could K command ramp empty their yard. And that would be X equals 4. So we could block 2. That'd be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Next turn 13 for Emrakul. Clear board. We just take 2 down to 6. Yeah, that seems appealing here. Temple, K command, ramp, exile cards in yard. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. And done. Well, we could kick Myco Spawn, but then... Or not kick Myco Spawn. K command X2. I guess that is a choice. That gets a blocker on top of which. And ramp. Yeah. Let's do that. Yield all. So then I can go... Temple... K command. Do I want to ramp or want to exile? We could exile the voice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In that case, exile, exile, exile voice, exile flage, and pride. Yeah, this probably is a bit better. And then pass. Now 1000% that was the right line. Because now they just have the Ragavan. So at most they delete the Myco spawn, hit me for 2 down to 6, and it's kind of the same thing, but we're guaranteed the Emrakul. Draw another temple. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Not enough for me to play the ice till, I don't think. So in that case, I suppose I'll just play the temple, cast the Emrakul. There's the K return, yield all. Now we're not going to fire that off. If we'll scoop it up, we'll take the win. Yeah, I mean, we definitely could have went the K return, emptied more of their yard, made blockers, and more or less would have had the same result. But they had probably more outs in the grand scheme if we had done that versus if we... Yeah, because I guess they could have top decked into a bombardment, attacked, pinged down the spawns. That then would have meant that we couldn't then go into Emrakul. So yeah, that definitely was the right play. 1000%. All right. Well, we'll be back for match number 3. All right, we're back for match 3 on the draw for game 1. I'm looking for a 7-mana Ice spell off top here. But I'm looking down to 6. Opponent's opposed on energy, so this K return looks pretty nice. Arid Mesa fetch, Sacred Foundry shock. 4. Gotta Souls, that's fine. Draw. Hey, look at that. 10 hits off top. We get the hit. We play the Talisman. All right, fine. I'll say it now. K return's better main than Unholy Heat, which does align with the data that I've collected off Unholy Heat main. So I'm glad that people talked me into going back and looking at K return versus Unholy Heat. And yeah, K return's definitely the better choice. We'll pass in full. And then we're just going to K return at sorcery speed here. Draw. Ice Till. Interesting. So, do I want to rumble here, though? We could rumble looking for a temple. I think I do. I'm going to fetch. I will play around Blood Moon. Go Forest. And then rumble. Yep. There's the temple. Excellent. And then K return. And pass. And now we have it in yard for world break. And next turn we can kick a Myco spawn. Looking pretty good. Elegant Parlor. You sell me a Flage, we're going to Bajuka Bog you. Bombardment, that's fine. We draw. This is, I will say, if they had Bombardment in hand, I will always recommend to energy players, you need to sequence Bombardment before Johnny. If your opponent has any form of removal, you need to do that. Because otherwise you're going to get ultra punished. Myco kick. Yield all. And opponent's going to scoop it up. Solid win against energy for game 1. We're going to bring heat in, and we're going to cut the Cavernous Souls and trim a rumble, run it back. Thank you, K return. Yeah, I'm definitely expecting energy to be 5 to 7% of the meta going into the RCs. So 2K return is definitely a must. You could definitely consider a third. Yeah, it's also possible opponent did draw into the bombardment, but yeah, if they had it in hand, it was definitely something they should have sequenced before the Johnny. Mind you, at that point, I would have just held K return. So they play the Johnny, they bombardment, sacrifice the cat. In response, I would then K return them out. So, I mean, they would have been in a very bad position one way or another. It just would have meant, by comparison, I would have taken, what, 2 more damage? So, give and take, I suppose. I don't think it would have saved them in the grand scheme. It would have ended up pretty similar results. I just would have been at 2 less life, which can be relevant, right? So, give and take. They also could have just not bombardment if they were afraid of the return, right? And then we're kind of in this a little bit of weird standoff. The sand feels slow. Opponent Mulligan's down to 6, though. Very top deck reliant. No interactions, the only unfortunate part. Like, his hand does nothing until turn 2, no matter what I draw. Unless I draw into Unholy, which is fine. But the thing is, like, whatever I hit off of Rumble is not going to be played until turn 3, and that feels slow with them on the play. I think I mulligan this. I feel like conventionally I could keep it, but I think this is right. This is fun, though. I like this. I'll keep... What do I pitch here? So we're going to go... Gemstone Cavern, Sprawl Rumble. I guess we technically could go Talisman Rumbles. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh. Because, yeah, I guess we would be forced to pitch Breaker, though. So I think maybe we step back on the Talisman, pitch Breaker, exile Talisman to Cavern Souls. Cavern, Stomping Grounds, Sprawl, Rumble, and then have Temple. Yeah, that seems right. Reveal, exile, pass. Sacred Foundry, Shock 4, Ragvan, which means we're going to have to block the spawn. So, Stomping Ground, Shock for green. Rumble. Yikes. I'll go Talisman. And pass. Was there a world where I pitched the Temple, kept the World Breaker? Maybe. I guess there's also a world where I pitch Sprawl, keep both. Also maybe. We'll block. You do want to play around Charmal. Johnny, show me a K return or a K command off top. We actually have a lot of hits off top, so that's not one of them, though. Damn. In that case, Talisman. Commercial District really doesn't do much. Play the Commercial District. What do we see? Put it on top. Pass. I'll feed it to the Ragavan because they can't do anything with it. Just annoying. Yep. Yeah, in retrospect, maybe keeping the World Breaker is right. Blood Moon's okay here. I guess there's also maybe a world where I would have Wooded Foothills, because now if we draw into Ice Till... Jesus. Okay, we're just drawing in bricks now. Maybe we should have Wooded Foothills fetched for Forest, because yeah, if we draw into Ice Till, we're kind of SOL. I think we're SOL regardless, to be honest. Stinkweeze might be dead. Oof. Yeah, definitely regretting not going for a Forest. Yeah, I'm just going to concede here. Let's concede. Alright, let's go sideboard, bring back in the Rumble, and cut the Gemstone. Yeah, I mean, we were pretty reliant off of the Rumble and top decks, and we just found absolutely nothing. Of course, the Rogvan found freaking K command, which would have been fantastic for us. But we'll be on the play, which will be much better for the most part. So yeah, maybe in retrospect, there's a few decision points that could have made differently. I'm not sure what would have changed the outcome. Well, I think if I had to make it a change, pitch Talisman and Exile Sprawl, keeping both Worldbreaker Temple. And then with the fetch, probably going for a Forest to play around Blood Moon. And that may have been the better choice in the grand scheme. I don't imagine opponent changes much here going into game 3 on the draw. At least I wouldn't imagine so, but I could be wrong. What say you, opponent? Opponent says they still thinking, so. Oh, never mind. On the play for game 3. Yes. Green source. Technically, I have a ghost quarter. I'll keep. Bit weird. Green source K command. Reveal. Trigger. Stomp. Tuck. Devour Emrakul. I'm going to tuck the Emrakul for now. And hold. Windswept Teeth. Fetch 19. Sacred Foundry Shock. Guide is fine. Pass. Draw. I think Stomp tapped here is fine. Pass. And pass. Arid Mesa. Onslaught Pride resolves. With all this, you have K return off top. Keeping Arid Mesa uncracked, interesting. Okay, staying corrected. 17. Plains for another Pride. Pass in full. Yeah, definitely would like a K return here. Draw. Stomp. In that case, Stomp Shock Chrysalis. Yield all. And pass. Next turn we can kick a Myco or play Devourer. Land. Yeah, I'd either need Thraben Charm or Static Prison to deal with the Chrysalis right now. I guess theoretically a Bombardment could get them there, though they would have to sacrifice one of the Prides. 3 in hand currently. I will say a Blood Moon would be kind of rough right now. I mean, this definitely feels like a discharge, but I think I have to play into it, question mark. I mean, the other option is take the 3 and then devour it. That might be the better play. Otherwise, we can Myco spawn ramp. Do we play into the discharge? Because first strike damage will hit. The problem is there's no way that's not a bluff. Or no way this is a bluff. Unless they forgot about Sneaky Reach, but I'm doubtful. So it could be Discharge, could be Flage. Yeah, if it's a Discharge, we're just so SOL is the problem. Versus if we take it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, they're gonna have freaking City's Blessing's the problem. Yeah, I think we have to let the Devour or let it through. Wicked awkward. Marshflat's fetch. Pyro. Ooh. Was it a bluff? Hold up. We're gonna see in a moment if this was a bluff. No shot. Opponent with the freaking bluff of a century. Did they just forget about Reach? That's my only explanation. They either forgot about Reach or is the bluff of a century. That's brutal. Well, you know it all. I mean, they're still gonna get the trigger from Pride and then a ton of tokens. Alright. Care turn or bust now, it seems like. Oh, pass and full. I mean, why float at that point, though, right? I guess then I can't block with spawn. Alright, care turn or bust. Draw. Oofda. Do I just die? I don't think we're dead yet, but pretty damn close. I mean, if they found a bombardment, we're definitely dead. So, Temple. 2, 4, 6, 7. Sack trigger. Alright. Well, still think this is the best play for right now. And Exile Guide. No more floating, please. And we'll pass. Dead to a bombardment. Land. If you have the bombardment, just play it. Go to combat. Go to blocks. We block. We block. That is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, I mean, we're dead to Flage regardless, right? So there's no point in us blocking with the spawn. Because we knock it down to 11, we're still in range. I mean, I don't think it matters unless I find a K return regardless. Yeah, we'll just go with this. Down to 2. You got a Flage, you got a Flage. Sure. That's actually really unfortunate. I feel like you should have fetched the Windswept Teeth first. Alright. I mean, that really is K return or bust. I mean, I think that was that way regardless. Pass. K return. That's not it. I'll concede. Alright. Sometimes win some, sometimes lose some. Sometimes opponent has double Ocelot Pride Guided Souls. Once again, I will maintain the right ban was Guided Souls. With that being said, we'll be back for match 4. Alright, we're back for match number 4 on the play for game 1. I almost wish I was on the draw. I think I have to mulligan this, yeah. Like, technically, we could go score our Gavern Souls, grab a forest, but I'm going to say no to that idea. This is much better. I'll keep pitch the sprawl done. And in case we're playing against Thoughtseize, I mean, if they Thoughtseize, they're going to take the K command anyway, so I'm going to go Temple and pass. And hold on the off chance it's relevant. What are we playing against? Tormod's Crypt, so Affinity. Mamnite, yup. With Emery. Okay, feeling spicy today, are we? Nothing too dangerous there. And no Rebuke. Mana up. Ugin. Interesting. So no Rebuke mana up. We're not going to get this Emrakul on board anytime soon. So we're going to tuck the Emrakul. I think I'm going to ramp and scry draw now while we don't have to play around Rebuke. Done. Ooh. I suppose we go top, draw, pass. And try and go for their big K command. I'll pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mox Opal. Emery for Crypt, I imagine. Currently one short of Kappa. We'll take the 2 down to 18. All right, and draw. There's our K command. The only problem is now they're definitely holding up Rebuke mana. So how do we want to proceed? I mean, I think we will tuck the Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tuck the Ugin. Hold the K command. We can play around Rebuke and hold up 3, right? Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably correct, but I'm gonna wait to see if they tap out by chance. Do it on their end step. And then just command for 3. Blue, boots. Boots are fine. This is a slow start by opponent, which is pretty good. Half tempted to get rid of the Emery, but I don't think it's gonna matter too much here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can Kappa. Sure. You got another Tormod's Crypt. You can get a Kappa, but you can't haste it. Attack. No attacks. Why would you not attack there? Unless, do you have 2 Rebukes in hand? That's the only explanation that I have right now, is they have 2 Rebukes in hand. So I wonder if we... When did they play this Misty Rain? It wasn't this turn. Was it? No, it was last turn. Which means, yeah, they're definitely holding something. That's kind of wild. Because 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they do have double Rebuke mana. End step. Do we play the K return into it? I don't think I do. I think we sit. Draw. Play the Talisman. Does Talisman resolve? Alright, Talisman resolves. We can then play Myco Kick. No, it wouldn't be playing around Rebuke, so I think I'm just gonna Rumble here and go Rumble. Does Rumble resolve? Rumble resolves. Ooh, Cavern of Souls seems good here. Shifting Woodland seems bad. We could go for another Micah Spawn, but Cavern of Souls guarantees resolution. Play Cavern of Souls, name Eldrazi. I think at this point I'm going to kick the Micah, actually. Apply Pressure and Ramp. Because now we get to play around Rebuke. There's nothing in Yard. We need to exile. Okay, Mr. Rainforest, that's fine. Steam Vent Shock, 17. Why? That seems odd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'll grab a Sanctum. We are short on Ugin. And again, I don't foresee myself getting to Emrakul. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This would be 12. I mean, there's going to Tormod's Crypt, then Emery Tormod's Crypt, so I think I'm just going to grab the Sanctum. This way we can cast the Cake Man, at least, quote-unquote, draw one. Because, yeah, Tormod's Crypt, that's reasonable. At least now we have a blocker. We can play around Rebuke. At least with our creatures. Emery grabs Crypt. Yep, makes sense. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One short of Ugin. So they do need to still play around Ugin. Saga. Would like to get rid of that Saga. Passing. They have blue up for Rebuke still. Second Cake, man. Fascinating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We wouldn't be able to trigger Sanctum by doing so, though. I still think I might fire this off and dig. Like, they can only Rebuke once. Okay, Command X4. Show me the Rebuke that I know you have. Yup. Yield all. In response. Yep. Another Kozilek's command, criminy. So Sprawl bottom. We haven't played a land for turn. So I'm gonna say Mystery Enforced bottom, K command top, Stomping Around top, and I'll say tapped, pass, and pass. Tormod's Crypt me again, because you have no reason not to. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. So I'm currently one short. I guess I could have kept the Misty Rainforest in retrospect. Saga trigger. We can definitely go for a Myco World Breaker next turn. Get rid of that Saga. Yeah, our opponent kept a really slow hand, it feels like. Also could play Ugin. Another K command. Let's fire this off again, but this time we will trigger Sanctum of Ugin. Actually, hold the phone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. Yeah, it's still 12. K command. And Sanctum trigger. No, need one more. Right? Yeah. X equals 5. Trigger, yield all. Paying cost. Another rebuke? Oh, sink in the stupor. Interesting. That's still fine. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna say yes. And World Breaker or Myco? I think I'm gonna Myco so we can ramp some more. Go the Miko. And kick green. And kick the Saga. We'll grab a temple this time. And we can attack now. Attack for 3. Down the 14. And pass him. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Crypt. Yep. Makes sense. Pinnacle Emissary Warp. Okay. Emery. Makes a drone. You finally have a Kappa. There's the Kappa. Yield a Hall. Okay. Keeping a Crypt up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Draw. Sprawl. How do we want to proceed here? I'll sprawl since it's mana neutral. Actually, hold on. How much mana do I have again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can exile Kappa. Yeah, I mean, we can just do that. Let's do that then. So we're going to sprawl because it's mana neutral. Say for green. K command. Rampant exile. Exile the Kappa. And X equals 6. And then pay for the ward 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Yield all. Yes. Kappa down. Make spawns. Go to combat. Swing for another 3. And, I mean, next turn we're guaranteed Emrakul, which will be lethal. We also have another K command if needed. Paying cost for... Is it another one? I mean, that's fine. This one you can haste, admittedly. Yep. Opal, trigger. 1 card left in hand. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we definitely have Emrakul. That's a non-issue. Boots, we'll take 7 down to 9. 8 down to 8. Yep. Anything else? Nope. So 8 down to 8. Tis another Kappa. We do need to get rid of the Emery as well. I guess actually we can Tormod's Crypt themselves. Yeah, this is fine. Because they tap down a Tormod's Crypt, we're okay. Temple, play Temple. Return Emrakul to hand. Not even gonna bother Tormod's Crypting me. One, 2, 3, 4. Yes. But I was just gonna scoop it up. Okay, we'll take it. So we're gonna want bobble in, heat in, fade in. We actually want to keep bog here. Cut quarter, cut ice still, trim rumble, and then I want to say against Affinity we're trimming on a Devourer. Tempted to really go for an Emrakul, to be honest, but and then we'll go for one Chrysalis since we're going to keep the bog in. Run it back. Bobble on one feels good. If they have a slow start, I will keep reveal and pass. We do want to play around Blood Moon, so we might want to go for a forest. That's Rebuke mana. Devour trigger. Cavernous Souls is nice, but a bit slow right now. Guaranteeing the bodies is good, though. Interesting. Go Cavern. Draw. Misty. I mean, they're clearly representing Rebuke, so I'm going to actually hold here. No, on upkeep, I'm going to try and heat this Memnite. Bobble. In that case, I'm fetching now for a Stomping Ground, Shock, Heat, Target, and done. Pass. And pass. My guess is they have an Emery in hand. Saga. I'd like to get rid of that. Opal. Still holding up Rebuke mana. Draw. Windswept Teeth. And pass. Could play Bobble. Again, be directly into Rebuke, though. But at a certain point, we just need to go for it, I think. Get the Rebuke out of hand. Go Bobble. Bobble resolves. Interesting. So maybe no Rebuke after all. Fascinating. Spirabluff Canal. Probably just holding up a Versaga mana. Fetch. Surveil. Looking for a soul land. We should have 7. K command. Unfortunately to grave. Yeah. Draw. There we go. So there's a couple thoughts here. We could hold up K return, which does deal with the construct. Kind of tempted to do that. Yep, we'll go that route. End step, make a construct. That will resolve before your turn, K return pass. Next turn we can Myco spawn and guarantee resolution. Makes a construct. Grabs a Tormod's Crypt. Maybe. Wumple's online. Yep, there's a Tormod's Crypt. Would have liked to eventually gotten to the point of the K return triggering, but that seems unlikely now. Paying cost 4. Pinnacle Emissary with 3 left in hand. Interesting. Opal's online. We draw K command. Name Eldrazi. Cast. Myco spawn. Do you have a consign memory for the trigger? You do not. I'll grab a temple and hold. Do you Tormod script now? There's also some conversation to K commanding the construct. Let's see what they got. Thoughtcast. I guess maybe they don't want a Tormod script right now. Springleaf Drum. Construct gets bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's perfect spring shock. There's the Kappa. Oh, they're gonna regret doing that. I will let this resolve. If you don't have another artifact, actually, even if you do, you're SOL here, friend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. I'm gonna K command 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Scrydraw exile, exile construct now. Yeah, you tapping that Tormod script was a mistake. Phone scoops it up. I guess I did reveal Devourer. Yeah, you knew about the Devourer too, and yet you still tapped that Tormod script with a K return in yard. That's wild to me. Alright, I mean, I'll take it. We'll be back for match number 5. Alright, we're back for match 5. I'll the draw for game 1. I'll mulligan. That is better. We don't know we're playing against, so keeping the Cavern Souls is tempting. So how do I pitch is the question. The Wooded Foothill or the Temple? I'm gonna say Temple? Yeah. Instead of blind, having Cavern Souls to resolve bodies is really nice. And we could name Insect. Yeah, I'm gonna grab... Oh, we're gonna pitch the Temple. I think that might be right. It's Zoo. Ooh. Alright. Well, that does complicate things now, doesn't it? This hand seems very slow unless I draw into some acceleration. No turn on play from opponent, which is good. Draw, but Jukabog ain't it. Play the Wooded Foothills pass. Fetch Arid Mesa, Surveil. Yep, Surveil will resolve. Fetch will resolve. Winter Night Stories. Interesting. Haven't seen that played in Zoo before. Flooded Strand and Sinatraco or Kavu. Isatraco. I need a Chrysalis ASAP, and even then it's not going to be fast enough on turn 3. Commercial District Surveil. K command top and draw. Lab Imprint Emrakul. And K command X equals 1 ramp Scrydraw. Ooh, hello Chrysalis. Thank you, friend. They could be playing Consign main, so we do need to name Eldrazi with the Cavern of Souls, methinks. Steam Vent Shock down to 17. Is this going to be a Flage? Red, dashed Rog. It has Trample, so blocking does nothing here. We'll take the 6 down to 13. Yep. Not much I can do about that. Rog hits. And pilfers a rumble. Ugh. Would have liked that. Not that I would have played it next turn, but still would have liked it for this Emrakul eventually. That if they have a Leyline Binding, we're in trouble. Floodstrand fetch 22. Temple Garden shock to 20. Not sure that was entirely necessary. Blue Winter Night Stories. Draw 3. Pitches a Flage. Yikes. Well, they're not there yet. Ragavan dashes back. K command. Countersoul's name Eldrazi. And we will go with a Chrysalis. Yield all. They're still short on Flage. We should be able to get to this Bajuka Bog. No attacks. Do you have the binding? Yep. Chrysalis down. So we're likely taking another 6 down to 7. So I need something to get rid of this binding if possible. Steam Vent Shock down to 18. That won't be for long. Dash another Rag. Yep. Anything else you got, friend? Nope, down to 7. Rag has hexproof, so no K command. Rag pilfers. K command, they can't do anything with that, thankfully. So what I want to do here is the next question. We need to make sure we don't die somehow. Rag dashes back. We draw. K return's not doing much. So we're going to start with Myco. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 10, 11, you say? I have to go for the Myco non-kicked. We'll take 4 down to 3, which means we're in Bolt or Flage range. Temple, resolve, Bajuka Bog, target you, get rid of Flage. Goodbye, Flage. I'm fairly certain they either have Consign or Stubborn Denial is the only problem. Another binding. Doorkeeper Thrall. Not thrilled about that either. Though that puts us down to 2, so we're not dead yet. Wonder if I should have held up a red source for the K return. I'm not sure that really saves us the problem. Dash the Rag. Okay. Weird. Go to blocks. Paying cost. Binding. So I mean that's lethal. Yeah, so I guess holding up the K return would have been correct. You'd have had to sacrifice a spawn to make that happen. Either that or send a spawn in front of the Rag just in case. Yep. Not much I can do about that. So yeah, I think maybe holding up the red source with the K return was correct. So I think I did misplay there. I should have played around the potential. Alright, we'll bring Heat in and Fade in. And we will cut Gemstone, Quarter, Ice Still, run it back. Yeah, so should have played around the binding and should have held for K return just in case. Of course, we still like absolutely get hosed by either Consign or Stubborn Denial, but would have given us a potential out to give us like one more turn. On the play for game 2. If we draw into a green source, it's decent. I need a forest to forest equivalent. Reveal. And... I really want that Chrysalis. I really do. I'm gonna have to go for the Windswept Teeth, I think. Shifting Wood, pass. And pass. So they are playing Doorkeeper Thrall, so it's the quote-unquote scam version. We'll draw. Play Windswept Teeth. Fetch. For a forest. I'm going to play around... I guess I should go Stomping Ground, actually. We'll go Stomping Ground, Shock. Reason why I want to do this instead of something tapped is play around Stubborn Denial. We'll go green. And pass. We have Heat Up. The next one I can play MTGO to ramp. Okay, so that tells me they have a Sign of Draco in hand. Shock. Draco. Kavu. Okay, that is fine. Can't eat that right now anyways. Play Temple, cast Myco. I guess... Oh no, I can't... Yeah, I can't hold up the red source. Yeah, doesn't matter. Yield all. I will ramp once again. Actually, we'll grab the Cavernous Souls, guarantee resolution. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Name Eldrazi. And pass. And pass in full. Bolt. Rude. Bloodstrand fetch 16 for 2 types in yard now is notable. Still too short though. They don't have a blue source up, so why shock there? Interesting. Doorkeeper Thrall. Down to 12. Paying cost 4. Sign of Draco, okay. I will draw... Well, so I can do a couple things here. We theoretically could Mycospawn kick Triome, shrink the Kavu. That'd still be a 4/4 with trample, so I think the right call here is to devour Kavu. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No imprint. What I really need right now is I need some more types in yard. Kavu down. Unfortunately, it's not a blocker, though. We're going to be down to 8. And pass. Next turn, we can kick a Myco. Take 4 down to 8. More or less just racing to the bottom right now. Second main, paying cost 4. Another Sign of Draco. Yep, that's a problem. I will draw. Yeah, that is... hold on. Can I get there? No, I don't think I can. I was thinking if I Ghost Core or if I Microspawn kick my own Stomping Ground, but that'd only put me down to 3. I'd still be short. However, can I make this work? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I don't think there's any way. Because the only way I could see... I guess we could Surveil, yeah. Yeah, I guess that might be the only choice. So we can kick, but we're going to want to tap this a certain way. So red. Kick. And then keep the red for the heat. Microspawn, kick the Triome or the Temple Garden. We'll say the Triome. Maybe you should have attacked first. Because now you have a Leyline Binding, yeah? I don't think it matters. You can't Binding now. Commercial districts, Surveil, Devour does not cut it. Yeah, unfortunately, even if we had kicked Stomping Ground, it wouldn't have been I guess that would have been a way for us to only have to see 1 type instead of 2, and still had enough. Yeah, I guess that may have been the right choice, but unfortunately it doesn't matter. Unfortunately. We'll concede. Alright. So, still not bad in the grand scheme of things. 3-2 record at the 5. I mean, Zoo's kind of hit or miss. It really comes down to Chrysalis. Chrysalis is a pretty significant factor in this matchup. Either that, or if they're going to go like Scion heavy, we need to find Fade from history or get a K return into Yard and trigger it, right? But unfortunately, no such luck. With that being said, though, that there will be the end of tonight's YouTube video. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button, comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback be much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me in both my successes and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you have reached a point in the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button as we continue to grow this channel. However, if you do want to watch these videos recorded live over on Twitch, you can find me there Sundays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST and Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. CST for the weekend challenges. Otherwise, you can head over to my Patreon to watch these ad-free and early. With that being said, though, folks, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!